Our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now here's Brunson. Back to Achua. The kick out to Brunson. 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Here's Anunoby. And that one's long. And it's the Clippers' ball. Powell with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Outside Harden. Three-pointer. Here's Zubac. Lays it up and banks it in.
Zubac does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
To the inside. Achua for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Moments left to go. Bravo to Brunson for staying cool.
Harden scanning the floor. Got a piece of it. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Brunson with it. Harden picks him up. Towns, right side. Left side, Achua. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now here's Powell. Clock at 6. Towns with a rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Clippers trail by 5.
Number 55.
On the wing, Harden. Will it go? And Harden with the slam.
If given the space, Harden's not afraid to take it to the rim.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
We're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons. Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
Pass to Zubac. Knocks it loose. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Jones. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Powell. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From outside the arc. And that one's good. Harden for three.
Well, you better be right up on James Harden or else he's going to bury these threes, and he will do it in bunches.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Now here's Harden. 7 points in the game. And Los Angeles, another three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Lots of room. And he hits the jumper for two. Brunson's got 6.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
Here's Harden. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And Towns has got the ball here for New York. They trail by 1. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Up top, Harden. 10 points for him. And it's Harden again missing. Brunson looks it over. Down low. Here's Towns. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. New York out in front, leading by a point. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Such a great way to silence hostile fans who want the up and down pace that gets them amped up. Instead, everyone's just standing around watching the free throw game.
And stolen by Brunson. Towns for 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Towns. The kick out to Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. 6 to shoot. And here's Anunoby. Towns outside. Sinks it from distance. Towns has got 5 now.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Simmons, no good. Knicks leading by 4. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run. This is what he does, find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Pass to Towns. It's rebounded by Zubac. Now Los Angeles with it. Out to the wing. Back to Coffey. Up and in on the layup. Coffey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Brunson takes it himself. Jones with some nice D.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Pass to Simmons. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Right side, Brunson. They double up Brunson. Anunoby for three. He buries it from three. Anunoby's gotten his second bucket.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Here's Leonard. Powell outside. Leonard right side. Back to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. And he drives in. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Jalen Brunson picks one up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Out of bounds, it'll be the Clippers' ball. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
And he lobs it up top.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
.50 seconds left in the second. Leonard on the wing. Towns with a rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Anunoby for 3. Count it. His 4th bucket in 8 shots.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
Pass to Leonard. It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
At the line for your Clippers.
And Leonard drops them both.
You just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
Brunson misses. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. Leonard doesn't hold back. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Right side, Brunson. Outside Achua. That'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Clippers on top, leading by a point. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got 6 points.
Well, the wingspan of Kawhi is a bit sneaky, longer than you think. Makes him effective down low.
Left side, Brunson. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Leonard, right side. Pass to Powell. Leonard inside. He's got 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
And so nice to see Towns use his high basketball IQ to dominate in pick and rolls. It seems like he always makes the right read in that situation.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Harden. There's the 3. And the Clippers miss again. New York trailing. Anunoby on the wing. Bridges left side. Here's Towns. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Harden. Oh, and Towns with the block.
The wingspan of Towns in action, allowing him to get on the ball.
6 on the shot clock. Yes, it's good. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Towns. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite 3-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Screen by Leonard. Harden from outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Harden's got 15.
Well, pick your poison with James Harden. Either way, he's going to find a way to make you pay.
Anunoby for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And now the Knicks on the break. Brunson with it. Harden picks him up. Towns down low. Double team on Towns. Good on the bucket. 16 points for him.
And it's always great to see Towns in the zone, bringing a ton of energy to his offensive game.
Leonard on the take. Misses the one-handed jam. To the paint. And it's powered home by Towns.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And timeout called by Ty Lue. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Clippers trail by 3. Out to the right wing. Outside Jones. Driving in. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And nice dime from Zubac. His floor awareness is solid.
Robinson in the post. And a big finish by Robinson.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside McBride. Screen by Robinson. And he lobs it up. And a big finish by Robinson.
A timing play, but it helps to have a leaper like Mitchell Robinson finish it off.
Jones. And the layup is good off the glass. Jones has gotten 4 this quarter.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
And Los Angeles making a change here.
Coming onto the floor for your player, number 15.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Wright. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle. I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Over to the left wing. Fires the 3. And Tucker gets it to go. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Making the most of his three-point chances. That's Tucker just spotted up and ready to go.
To the middle. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hart. In transition. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to... Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Knicks leading by 6. Now here's Wright. Here's Tucker. Off target from 3-point range. Outside Bogdanovich. Here's Leonard. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's McBride. Great look there, but off target.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Leonard, good.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Outside Tucker. Inside. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And that's Mitchell Robinson's attitude. Anywhere around the rim, he's going to rock it.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Let's get a report from Allie.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. B.A.?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Jones.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns. Right side of Chua. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby can't get it to go. The Clippers trail to tie it up. Oh, it's Kawhi Leonard scoring on a gorgeous play. Leonard's got 12 points here in the second half. Outside Anunoby. The kick out to Brunson. Outside Achua. Here's Towns. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
And here they come. The kick out to Brunson. Back to Achua. Pass to Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Towns. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Jones. To the inside. Leonard. And Leonard powers it down.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Left side Brunson. With some arc. Out to Bridges. Pass to Brunson. And there's the lob. Zubac with the steal. Now Leonard.
Oh, man.
Oh, my
He had the
goodness.
runway,
Oh, indeed.
and he let it rip.
Nice.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
The Clippers making a switch here.
Coming onto the floor for your Clippers. Number 24, Norman Powell.
Pass to Zubac. Bogdanovich with it. Leonard looking around. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Precious Achua picks one up.
You can't be reckless guarding Kawhi Leonard. He feels out defenders so well and exploits them when they overcommit.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he gets them both. And it's a 2-point ball game.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Here's Towns. Money.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard outside. Left side Jones. 6 to shoot. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And here's Brunson from the arc. Oh, no good. We're headed for overtime. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Outside Achua to the middle. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, going right for the iron. Towns muscling his way through.
Harden from outside. And Anunoby pulls it down.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Achua. Pass to Towns. Oh, stolen by Harden. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. Covered by Towns. Out to Leonard. Kawhi attacking. He got a piece of it. It's a one-on-one situation. Outside Brunson.
2 minutes remain in overtime.
Outside Achua. 4 on the clock. Pass to Brunson. From the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And there's a minute 45 left in the OT period. On the wing, Harden. Counted, and the foul. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of it.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the N1.
Here's Brunson.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one, and that ties this game up.
Shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Outside Harden. Down low. Here's Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot, think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake.
So he can't get either to fall. And here's New York now. Here's Towns. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Outside Harden. It's deflected. Outside Achua. Oh, it falls!
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Oh, man, love calling Zubac's number there. 7 feet. Get shots off in big moments.
Left side Brunson. And he buries it.
And Brunson's got the mindset to deliver.
It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
So the first one drops. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Big free throws right there to make this a 2-possession game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Releases. Harden can't hit. Pass to Anunoby. Now Achua. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Zubac. Harden with it. And so it's the Knicks who come out on top here. It was
Pero y ahora, ¿y qué es lo que? ¿Y toda esta gente? Está todo, está todo, está todo. Aún no me he dormido, mi amor. Pero estoy, los ojos pesados. Estoy así casi. Eh, voy a, voy a cepillarme para eso nada más, para dormirme. Pero nada, mi reina, que duerma bien, que descanse y que mañana sea un gran día el que tengamos juntos. Bendiciones para ti, para la niña y salud sobre todo, mi amor. Te quiero, un abrazo, te amo.
Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Pass to Bridges. Outside Brunson. To the paint. Here's Towns. Count it. 1-for-1 to start the game. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
And stolen by Claxton. Pass to Williams. Screen by Claxton. And here's Thomas. Launches it. No good. Towns looking for an opening. To the inside. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Russell. Good on the bucket.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
To the middle. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Pass to Johnson. Right side, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Anunoby. And that one comes up a bit short. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, a moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Nets. And he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive. But when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger. And he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Williams with the screen. The shot by Russell, no good. And Towns has got the ball here for the Knicks. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
Williams from long range. And it's New York with a rebound. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Brunson with it. Russell covering. It's stolen by Johnson.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass. And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Now here's Brunson. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, the handles lost the defender, and the rest was all Jalen.
Nets trail by 4. Thomas, left side. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. New York leading by 4. Outside Achua. Inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turn himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Now here's Brunson. And it's powered home by Towns.
And Brunson operating so comfortably there in the pick and roll.
There's the screen by Johnson. Russell with the ball. Now guarded by Achua. Outside Johnson. Outside for Russell. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game now. Free throw is good from Russell.
At the line, D'Angelo.
And both free throws good for Russell.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Brunson with it. Russell with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Pass to Towns. Claxton with a rebound. Here's Thomas. The three. He drops it from range. Thomas has got 5 points. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Brunson slicing and dicing.
Something about Brunson on the drive. He's just so fiery with the ball. Nothing's going to get in his way.
Pass to Thomas. Williams up top. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 5 on the clock. Here's Claxton. Here's Thomas. Achua with a rebound.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Back to Towns. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Russell. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 5. The kick out to Williams. No good on the triple. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Achua. Pass to Towns. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Towns on a screen. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Off target from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The kick out to Johnson. Outside, Williams. Plenty of space. And Anunoby pulls it down. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. Anunoby's got 5 points.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now Claxton with the teardrop. And he sinks the layup. Claxton's got his second basket of the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Back to Brunson. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Well, Brent, as you know, finding success in the NBA is largely dependent on the situation.
BA, you're hitting the nail on the head. You can't get frustrated as a player, especially a young one that comes into the league and doesn't have an opportunity right away to play. You've got to work on your skills, stay confident, and at some point when you get your opportunity, whether it's the team you're with or in a trade, you're going to have a chance to show that you belong in the league.
Out left to the wing. Buries it from 3. Towns has got 6 here in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Bridges outside. From behind the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Now here's Russell. 9 points in the game. The kick out to Williams. There's a screen. Back to Claxton. The Nets need to get off a shot here. And here's Thomas from the arc. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Shot's good by Towns. Towns has got 16 points.
And what a luxury to have a big man who can score like Towns. He's been unstoppable here.
And here's Thomas. Give him 8 points now. Russell attacking. Johnson on the wing. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Brunson. Puts it up off the inbound. And the layup is good. He has 6.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Here's Thomas, following the bucket by the Knicks. And there's the foul. It'll go on Miles McBride. That's his first foul. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Claxton. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Claxton's got 6 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Thomas outside. Comes up empty down low. The Knicks with the lead. Fast break, New York. And a big finish by Robinson.
And that's Mitchell Robinson's attitude. Anywhere around the rim, he's going to rock it.
There's a screen. Thomas with the ball. Give him 8 points now. And he comes up with a bucket. 10 points for him.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Pass to Robinson. Claxton with the block. Thomas outside. Here's Clowney. Johnson with it. Pounded by Wright. And Claxton throws it down. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's Wright. Here's Robinson. Outside McBride. Left side Tucker. 6 to shoot. Pass to Williams. A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Here's Clowney. Oh, deflected. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Back to Wright. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Nets with the lead. Johnson inside. Pass to Sharp. Here's Clowney. Good on the shot.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Robinson to stop the drought. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 3. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to McBride. Back to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Thomas. 10 points for him. Counted from distance. Clowney's got 6.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Outside Tucker. There's the double with Sharp. Back to Wright. Pass to Robinson. With 4 on the clock. Misses at the rim. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Brooklyn shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And so it's Brooklyn closing out the quarter with a 7-point. The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Brunson. Towns, left side. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Güey, no se le puede tal, no se puede hacer ajuste en tal. No se puede hacer ajuste, no le puede dar eso. Ah, pero la regla te la pasan, tú la tienes que saber. Desde que tú entras al juego, desde que tú entras al grupo, te pasan las reglas y la regla te lo dice.
Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
No, yo te lo voy a aceptar, vamos a jugar, no le pares. Sí, no puede darle a pausa. Tú puedes hacer las configuraciones que tú quieras, pero o sea, tú pides tiempo. En timeout, exacto. En pausa no. Está bien.
It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Achua with a screen. Kicks it out to Anunoby. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Melton outside. 3-pointer Sharp. And it's New York with a rebound.
First personal foul. Team second. Substitutions.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this 4th quarter. Claxton with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And the Knicks with the possession here. Trailing by 5. 5 to shoot. Pass to Towns. Claxton with a rebound.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Here's Thomas. Not going to go that time. Achua with some nice D. Knicks trail by 5. Inside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Both good from the line that time. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Williams on the wing. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Team seconds.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Johnson. Pass to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And the Nets lead by 5.
The defense better make sure they're sticking to all 4 other players, or else D'Angelo's going to find the open man.
Now Bridges, guarded by Russell. Now here's Brunson. Back to Towns. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Thomas with the ball. Towns covering. And Claxton gets the bucket.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Now here's Brunson. And Anunoby for 3. Here's Towns. Claxton with the block. And they'll get another chance. To the inside. Here's Achua. They get it back. Here's Towns. .14 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Thomas. Stolen by Anunoby. Here we go, one-on-one. Towns for 3. Kicks it out to Anunoby. There's the triple. Outside Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Thomas. Nice move. And he lays it in. And now a 7-point Nets lead.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Inside. Towns. Money. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Thomas. Driving to the basket. Got it. Sends it home from three-point land. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. Now here's Barnes. Shoots over Mobley. That misses off the backboard. Pass to Garland. To the right side. Fox with the steal. Inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Barnes down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
The wide open look here for Garland. Screen by Allen. Lock at 6. Will it go? The shot, no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
A drive by Garland. And Allen slams it in.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the lid's now off, guys. Maybe they can rattle off a few more in a quick order.
Mitchell is double. Pass to Strus. Back to Allen. Mitchell is double. Looking for Garland. He gets it there. Nobody near Allen. No good on the 3. Wembanyama outside. The kick out to Barnes. Good on the 3-point shot. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talents, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. 1:32 left in the first. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
In transition, here come the Spurs. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
That's good from Barnes. Outside Garland. Screen by Allen. To end the run. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Look at Garland drawing the defense's attention just to give it away.
Here's Fox. He gets it in there. Fox has got 5 now.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
2 points. That one goes. He's got 9.
Nice use of the pick there. Fox lost the defender and capitalized.
Outside Garland. Screen by Allen. Over Wembanyama. Off target from the baseline. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the San Antonio Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back right after the...
7.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Spurs team out there.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses. That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Barnes outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Barnes has got 15.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Garland looking it over. Pass to Allen. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Good defense by Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 14. It's Vassell on the wing. Nobody near Barnes. The three-pointer no good. Allen with the ball. Back to Garland. Mitchell outside. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio with the ball. Fox inside the line. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land. 8 points for him.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Vassell wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Here's Allen. Missed inside. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Spurs. 16-point lead. Wembanyama outside. Back to Barnes. And Fox has it in the corner. Pass to Wembanyama. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Outside Garland. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick and roll game, and he's improved his distance from three. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. The wide open shot from Strus. Bangs home the trifecta. Strus has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Cleveland. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Barnes outside. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Over Allen. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Here's Garland. Hasn't made one yet. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Garland with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell outside. Down low. Mobley. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
And so it's San Antonio in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We come back right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Cavaliers trail by 16. Garland with it. Chris Paul covering. Mitchell's shot is good. That's 12 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking the quality shots.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Cavaliers substitution.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Mitchell. It's Strus on the wing. At the elbow, Hunter. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Mitchell. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Spurs leading by 14. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Fantastic work from Allen, taking the contact on the chin, burying the shot.
Here's Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Down low. Here's Vassell. Hunter grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Here's Vassell. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. To the middle. And Mobley throws it down.
What an elite athlete Mobley is, getting off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
Paul with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. It's tipped. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Paul looking around. They can use a bucket. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, in 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
Back to Vassell. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Vassell's got 5 points so far. The drive by Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. San Antonio leading by 14. Wembanyama a screen. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
For San Antonio, they've made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Mobley left side, and the shot is good.
Adept at fending off aggressive coverage. Mobley already looking like a vet out there.
Paul with the ball. Scoreless thus far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Kalashvili. Here's the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Kalashvili has got himself on the board with 3 there. Paul with the steal. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Max Strus, 3 points.
And so it's San Antonio with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll get right back to the action. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Spurs leading by 16. And Wembanyama throws it down.
The basketball genius of Paul in action, finding those chances to set his guys up.
Mitchell outside. pass to Strus. And here is Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
When you're Allen, just about 7 feet, dunking comes easy.
Now here's Paul. And it's Vassell in the corner. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mamu Karashvili.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Mobley outside. Here's Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Chris Paul picks up that one. Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Fox. And Barnes sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Mobley outside. Launches it. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Offensive rebound. And he goes in for the dunk.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Now Mitchell. The kick out to Mobley. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Castle misses. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Here's Mitchell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Jared Allen.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell to the inside. Allen. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Spurs leading by 18. It's Fox with the drive. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
No puede cogerme un equipo 2 veces, esa es otra regla.
This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. Here's Randall. Well, what a game we've got in store tonight, Richard. Two of the top teams in the league.
And each of them with some superstar talent. Whichever star can lead the way, control the game, that'll be the key.
Outside Edwards. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Goes back up. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
White can't hit. For 3, Randall nails it from 3.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Outside Holiday. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Here's Reed. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Now here's Edwards. The kick out to Conley. Pass to Reed. Edwards with it. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
To the inside. Brown. Outside Holiday. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Randall deciding where to go with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Randall's got 5 now.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Tatum. Holiday with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Back to White. And here's Brown for 3. Sinks it from distance.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Pass to Reed. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Celtics trail by 7. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Reed, good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
White can't hit. The Timberwolves lead by 8. And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Here's Porzingis. Following the score by Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Okay, knockout!
Man!
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Randall with a steal. Holiday grabs the miss.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Left side White. Back to Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket of the game.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work. really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside for Randall. Back to Reed. It's Edwards on the wing. For three, Conley. Tatum pulls it in. Oh, they get a hand on it. Reed has been on display for Minnesota. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Randall. And he banks in the layup. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Kick out to Brown. Pass to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Right side Holiday. Back to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. For three, Porzingis. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 12. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Tatum. Count it.
The defense must be aware of where Tatum is, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
Here's Edwards. And he drives in. Outside Conley. And stolen by Brown. Now the Celtics on the move. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Edwards. Randall, right side. Back to Edwards. 5 on the clock. The turnaround. Boston pulls it in.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Now here's Porzingis. Tatum with it. Randall's in his pocket. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Boston shooting their first free throw in this game. And the technical free throw is good. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor. And misses like that are the reason why.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Celtics trail by 10. Outside, Brown. Outside Tatum. Outside Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston. And Minnesota has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Sends it home from three-point land.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Celtics trail by 11. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
.105 left to the second period. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Inside. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Standing at 7'3", we have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both free throws good from Porzingis. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Shot clock at 5. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the half. To the middle. KP wrecks the rim.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it, too.
Now here's Miller. No points so far. Takes it inside. Tatum pulls it in. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Five ticks left in the first half. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both shots. Just 4 seconds left in the half. It could go. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Minnesota. Knocked loose. DiVincenzo with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Holiday drives in. Back to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three-pointer off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Gobert. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 5. Here's White. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Yep, that one goes. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Tatum. Tatum barreling in. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He can just blow by you so easy.
DiVincenzo with it. Picked up by Tatum. It's McDaniels on the wing. Down low. Here's Gobert. The rebound, Celtics. To the paint. From the low block. Back to Brown. Pass to Horford. Outside Holiday. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. White for 3. The shot off that time. The Timberwolves lead by 5. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. A minute 53 left in the third quarter. Alexander Walker. The layup misses. Celtics trail by 5. Here's Horford. Misses the layup. So it's Minnesota now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First one falls for them. And so Gobert nails both of them. Boston on offense. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Out to DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. For 3. Drops in the 3. Alexander Walker's got 7 points in the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to steam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Back to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Out to DiVincenzo. Boston pulls it in.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. All right. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Minnesota leading by 8. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
And here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. The kick out to White. Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brown. Over Clark. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. And here's Minnesota now. Here's Gobert. Gobert, too strong.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Here's Porzingis. Outside Holiday. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
And here's Clark for 3. Connects from downtown. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Tatum pulls it in. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 10.
At 7'3", Porzingis is a problem. Really makes defenses settle for fouling him and hoping he misses.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Miller. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from 3-point range. Right side White. The 3 is up. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Knocks down the long J.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. DiVincenzo with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. Outside McDaniels. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Drew Holiday.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall, but he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up by 9. For the Celtics, this one not looking good. Poke loose. Randall with a steal. Outside Edwards. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Good on the first. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Randall. And here's Edwards. Randall on the screen. To the middle. And stolen by Brown. Porzingis with it. Reed defending. Oh, how about KP on the break?
And look at Porzingis hustling in transition, getting there to complete the fast break.
Pass to Reed. Now Conley. Back to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Randall, good.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Floats one up. The shot, no good. And here's Minnesota now. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Takes the 3. Can't get it to drop. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt
This week we're tipping off with